Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to the beautiful world of Horatio in Endless Space 2. Alright, so this is episode 3 and we've settled 3 colonies so far. I'm thinking of expanding to a 4th one, somewhere up to the north, probably Kerr, because Kerr has a lot of nice planets. But the only downside is that it is very close to a pirate lair. The same over here. Kionos is also inhabited by pirates and is also extremely close to our lands. However, Bundus forms a natural choke point, which is quite handy, and the same is true for Kerr. So with 2 big fleets we should be able to keep them at bay, as you will. Alright, so let's just go on to the next turn. It's only turn 30, so let's see what the next turns bring. You have unlocked a new population collection bonus for the Horatio. Alright, so let's have a look at that. We have 10 Horatio right now, and because of that, we get extra effects on planets. We get +3 food production, +2 happiness, +2 happiness on hot, and +1 science on every planet as well. Alright. We should be firmly in the ecological political faction, I think, because all the Horatio apparently are ecologists. They prefer beauty over production and anything like that, so of course there are things that we can do to influence that, but yeah. Right, anti-scientific, so that's probably never going to be a big thing, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's send all the fleets on their way. You discovered the planet Husk, home of Leaper AI. Ooh. Looks like we found our first opponent, maybe? Built by the Virtual Endless during the Dust Wars as weapons, the Cravers successfully wiped many planets and stations clean of the concretes. Once their usefulness was over, however, the Endless shut down the factories and abandoned the Cravers, dumping the remaining troops on Husk, a random planet, and bombing it back to the Stone Age. Grim and resolute, the Cravers survived and evolved, using makeshift and stolen technology to scrabble their way back to the stars. Interesting. Actually, let's show its location. Alright, so it's over here. Now the Cravers are very warlike, so this is something else that we should keep an eye on. Alright, so we have a revealer over here. Let's have a look at Ophiro. So we have Ophiro 1, which is okay for production, I suppose. Husk, the unique planet, which is decent. Or actually not so decent, but it's it has a lot. It has a little bit of everything. That's what I'm trying to say. Ophiro 3, large tundra. On Ophiro 4, this one is actually pretty decent, I think. All right. Is there anything that we can check out? No, there is not. All right. So let's see if we can get to Centaurus. There is no path leading to this node. Your ships need warp-free movement. I think we are doing that right now. Let's see. Unlocks free movement for all ships. So yeah, in 2 turns we will be able to go there. In the meantime though, this is a dead end. Let's send our revealer over to Akamar. Not sure if we actually revealed those planets already. It looks like we did. And even got all the anomalies researched. Alright. Let's see. Shaddai now has 5. Horatio living there. Right, now we have a fleet that's not doing anything. So Menace, is there anything we can do? Yep, there is. We have a life form that we can research. So let's go ahead and send a probe. Honeycomb scope. Huh. +5 vision range on system. It's something that we can build. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright. Yeah, there's definitely a planet over here. Not sure if we want to discover what it is. Let's send this one over in the other direction. Now we... Ooh, this is so fun.
There are some among us who doubt your intellectual chops. Please, prove them wrong.
Alright. So, the Sofan are coming from this direction. We have the Cravers over to the south. I think the south is going to be a very important front, so we might want to do something about that in the future.
Tell us what you plan.
The Hive despises weakness. Maybe you should have crushed us while you had the chance. Ooh. Alright, so in Shaddai we are making light SiC ships. We're making another one. In Kalem we are building a sustainable farm, or we built a sustainable farm, and now we are making a beautifier, which is of course our colony ship. After that we are colonizing Kalem 1, which is this planet right here. And in Shaddai we now have 3 light SiC ships, which we can create into a fleet. I'm not sure how big this fleet can be, but we'll see. Alright, one more turn, we will have baryonic shielding. So let's end the turn here. Go to the next one. Alright, we can have advanced scanners. For curiosities, movement bonus on exploration, planetary colonization for Savannah. Nice. Alright, let's have a look. We have several things that we can research again. We have N-wave fusion, impervious bunkers, and chain gang program. Not really necessary right now. Colonized Baron, this could be okay. It's only 4 turns, and it will give us access to the Denark University, which is a unique improvement, and it has +2 production per population of everything on planets, as well as happiness and influence. Also a lot of upkeep, but I think this is pretty decent. So let's do adaptive bureaucracies. Alright, technology stage unlocked. Science and exploration free. And we have a new technology deed. Intergalactic Technology Center, or ITER. ITER? ITER? Alright, so if we would build this, and we actually could right now, it will give us +10% science per system level, and -10% cost on technologies on technology costs. But there's only one of these that can be built in the entire world, so we would have to be first, and it's going to take a lot of production, which I'm not sure we have. For example, on Shaddai, let's have a look. 92. Alright, that's not too bad, I suppose. Could be a lot better. But, yeah, I don't know. Analytical engine, +1 dust on a system per curiosity ever discovered. Ooh. Can only be built once per empire. Okay. 6 upkeep, but we have a lot of these, so this could... yeah, this could be very beneficial over the long term. Especially if we get it early. So we will be building that after. Meanwhile, in Bundus, drone networks are secure, or built. We could build... let's see... Casino industrial infrastructure, +10 per fertile, and it just so happens to be that Vale is fertile. Also per planet and per temperate. It is temperate and fertile, so actually this will be very, very beneficial to us. Food is definitely looking okay. I think we're going to go ahead and take that. Yeah. Send the ships on their way. You discovered the planet Hakim, home of Kadem AI. The Sophons evolved on Hakim, a rocky world orbiting a blue star. As their sun produced relatively high radiation, their rate of mutation and evolution was unusually rapid. Though their world is cold, numerous volcanic fissures and vents created networks of warm spots, oases and habitable cave systems, which allowed the Sophons to indulge themselves in the study of biology and geology from early in their history. With natural energy sources leaving the atmosphere clear, their eyes soon turned to the study of the stars. Alright. And we have explored 20% of the galaxy. So we have 80% still left to go, which is fine. Let's have a look at Wyrix. Very good production, a little bit of dust, but that's about it. Wyrix 2, which is colonized. Yeah, pretty mediocre planet for now. Hakim, the unique one. It's also okay, I suppose. Wyrix 4. Yeah. Alright. Is there anything that we can research here? No, there is not. Alright, so what will we visit next? I think let's have a look at this in case we want to colonize it in the future. Meanwhile, let's have our first ship go over to Centaurus and explore a new galaxy, or new bit of the galaxy. Right, next turn, and let's see, diplomatic relations change with Ader. From neutral to cordial. The minor civilization will provide you with a small portion of their resources and will let you repair retrofit your ships on their system. That is awesome. Oh, and we have a solo quest completed. To consolidate your power, you need to find 5, your brother clone. You know he is out there in a constellation somewhere pretending to be you and fomenting rebellion. Because that is what you would do. To defy him, you must fill the constellation with Horatio, your Horatio. Alright, so we have done that. 5, you attempt to defeat me with little more than courage and a pretty face. I had hoped for something a bit less mundane from you. Wrong, little 5. All those faces that look like me are looking for you. But they all look the same. This is confusing. But now we can build a crafted nutrition plant, which is +4 food production on original Empire population, which is basically Horatio. So this will be very, very beneficial indeed. Oh man. Okay. Now that I am fruitful and multiply, I can turn to other matters. If I am to turn the populace completely against 5 and Prime, they must adore me, even worship me, unceasingly, for I could never have guessed how good it feels to be Emperor. If I'm having a bad day, I simply stand on the balcony and let the throngs cheer at me. There is nothing more fulfilling than the sound of mindless adulation. Wow. Prime was correct. In spite of his flaws, I see that now. To cover the galaxy with Horatio, with me, is a destiny that both I and the galaxy well deserve. The planets remade into Horatio Prime, the peoples absorbed and adapted, beautified and perfected until they resemble me. It is a glorious future I give them. The only hitch, however, are 5 and Prime. They must be found and then destroyed, ruined, imprisoned. I will have to decide. But the thought of my enemies kneeling in chains before me almost makes me giddy. Their pleas for mercy may even be more agreeable to my ears than the affection of the throngs. I cannot wait to find out. The ratio must grow in numbers and in adulation. I need more systems and more worship. Alright. Own a system, Galtur, and raise its happiness rate to 50. And for that we will get a hero called 5. Huh. Alright. So we have to colonize this one, and it's a single planet, small savannah. It is already colonized with okayish outputs, I suppose. What is it colonized by? Doesn't really show me. Nope. Alright, so this is something we would have to take. Let's see, is anybody white on this? So we have, yeah, I know. We have the leader, these guys are blue, red, green, gold, green, yellow, I guess, red, blue, and, well, we haven't met them yet, so not sure. But it's not them, otherwise we would have seen. Right. Our hero leveled up. Let's assign a skill. Let's see, what do we want here? We already have Heretic Curiosity, I think. Or actually we don't. +5 happiness on system if assigned and +5% food production. That could be very good. +1 production and +1 food. This is a generic skill, but this will be very helpful indeed. Let's look at the next level. Clerical corrections, +1 deposit value on resource deposits, yeah. +10 per hot and +10 on system. That could be okay. Lucky windfall, +10 influence. Actually, let's go for this one. Always useful to have more production, because they don't specialize in it, the Horatio. So, yeah, something we need to do. Right, the analytical engine. Right, have we reached Centaurus? Yes, we have. A large Mediterranean, colonizable, blue cap molds, multiple moons, unknown ruins, huge gas temperate, okay, really good for dust. And this is okay as well, I suppose. No appropriate fleets orbit the system. Ah, we still have to wait another turn. Alright, let's go ahead and go to that turn. Let's send all the ships on their way. And now we can research these curiosities. Right, expedition successful on Taurus, plus 20 Hyperium. And Titanium Enhancer. Support module. Projectile damage 25%, critical hit chance 5%. Ooh, that is sweet, actually. Right, and this looks to be just an isolated planet by the looks of it, which is interesting. In that case, let's send our ship over towards this lane. Let's see how it gets there. Meanwhile though, we have 4 ships over in Shaddai, so we should probably create a fleet out of them and then send them over towards the front lines to Bondus, because we have our first pirate fleets and we need to start intercepting them. And hopefully my ships are going to do a decent job at that. So yeah, let's see. Right, adaptive bureaucracies is ours. Colonize Ash could be okay. Glorification of the Gorgeous. This could be very helpful indeed, especially for our objective. Let's see, colonize ice. Not sure if that is a priority right now. Actually, what? Let's go for atmospheric infiltration. We could do something else as well. Definitely. But, you know, it's in the recommended list, and I think that's probably a pretty decent way to go. There is a lot of stuff that we could go for, but I'm not sure if it's all worth it, so... You know, we could go for a compact warp method so that we can research moons. But again, we would have to look at our planets. So, Shaddai, do you have any moons? Doesn't look like it. Calum? Nope. And Bundus? Also nope. So that is not going to be very beneficial to us. Right? So let's just go for the basic stuff and go for glorification of the gorgeous, aka atmospheric filtration. Let's see. We have finished a beautifier in Calum. Alright. So we had an objective to colonize Galter, but we have to have a military fleet in order to attack it. So is that something we want to do? Or do we want to colonize Kur? Because this is a decent planet, or at least this one is. And again, it's a bottleneck that we could make use of. So I think that is exactly what we're going to do. Let's create this into a fleet, send it over to Kur, and hope for the best. Meanwhile, Empire Development Technology States 3 is unlocked. Improved commercial drives, +1 movement points on civilian ships, awesome, and developing Empire laws. +1 law slots on Democracy, Federation, and Republic. Alright, let's end this turn. And again, all the ships will be sent on their way. And we have another pirate fleet over here. That's absolutely crazy. Actually, probably our next research should be something military focused. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the stuff that we could possibly make. Enhanced Marchio class hull. Enhanced Barrow class hull. So that's just something we already have unlocked for military. Okay, so yeah, right. So let's have a look at our ships. Marchio class. Right, so let's research something that improves the Marchio class. Extreme composites. Or composites, I guess. Have to wait a few turns, but that's fine. Oh crap, this is not good. 2 prowlers. Battle at Vega. Let's have a look. Show the location. Oh, it's over here. Really? Right, so large lava. Let's just have a look at these planets real quick. Large Savannah. Decent. Huge toxic. Vega 4. Since we are in combat, We cannot research any of this, and we cannot win this combat. So we will retreat, which will damage the ship by 60%, but it will survive. So, Bundas is done. Let's have a look at what we can then do. We probably want something to have something to do with dust production, because we only have 47 per turn. Alternatively, we have per cold, per hot. We have a cold planet. One of them is sterile. It can probably use all the, you know, it's not colonized yet, but this could be decent. $53 turns on this. This is not so great, I think. You know what? Let's just go for some attacking ships. We need more fleets, I think. Marketplace. Speculators buying deciduous trees. Okay, well, we don't have any of those, so... Diplomatic relations changed with Aether. Cordial to amicable. Awesome, so we get even more stuff. And the Aether are over here. Let's have a look at them. So, for one more turn, our relation with them will be improving, because we praised them, and I think we're going to have to do that again. We could also try to assimilate them for a cost of 105 dust, which will give us a quest. And if we perform that quest, then they will join us. And I think I'm just going to wait a little bit, because we have plenty of stuff to spare. Ooh. Faction sovereignty taken by SiC is now the sovereign of the Aether on the south. Already? Oh, that's interesting. But they're not part of my of my stuff yet, I think. I don't think so, because we still have to assimilate them. But at least we are ahead of everybody else, so that's going to be absolutely fine. Right, Kalem has colonized a new planet. What is it that we want to do next? With strategic resources on planets and +1% or +1 production per population on planets. This could be okay. Only 4 dust and upkeep. We have strategic deposit. Alternatively, we could go for, let's see, fertile planet and temperate. We don't have much of that here. We don't have temperate, we don't have fertile, but +10 per planet. That would increase by 20. I think that is worth the 4 dust and upkeep, considering how low the production there was, or was right there. Alright, let's send you over in this direction, I suppose. Now that we know what planets are over here. Atmospheric filtration is completed, and then we are going to go for extreme composites.
Tell us.
Which is 9 turns.
Tell us what you plan.
You refrain from hostile acts. Do you think the Hive and another race can ever find common ground? Alright, so he's reserved. Level up. Congrats, you're now able to level up your system. System level ups unlock extra population slots on your planets and improve production. Alright, so let's have a look at the economy screen. Trade, diplomacy. That's a trade scan. We don't want to do that. We have to go open the economy screen right there. Alright, so each system can be modernized 3 times. To do that, you need luxury resources, which you get by taking and holding planets with those deposits. And we have some, and we have to select what component we want to have. For example, we have Jadonics. We don't really have Blue Cap Mold. Yeah, we found some for a quest, but we don't have a steady income of it, so it would not be a good choice until we do. But yeah, let's click on this. And we can say we want to have Jadonics as a primary component in the leveling up or modernization of systems. And this would produce +4 industry per population on planets. So that's actually quite powerful, and I quite like that. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Send all of our ships on their way. We're building some more ships. Economy and trade is in stage 3 is unlocked. So let's see, consolidator of systems. It's a challenge. Be the first to control at least 4 star systems in the same constellation. Well, we are very close to doing that, I think. Let's have a look. Kerr. And we will be colonizing the huge ocean planet right there. I forgot all about this stuff, and ooh, this looks awesome. I've never colonized an ocean planet before, so this is the first time I'm seeing this cutscene. But this is really, really damn cool. Alright, so we are going to spend some influence because we have 624, and I can spare that more than I can spend, or I spare the dust. So let's go ahead and send that over. We could even do both, but I don't think that's going to be very beneficial. Not sure, but yeah. Alright, time for an election. It is a dictatorship, so we basically get to choose what we want, but the ecologists do just fine. So let's go ahead and select those and go to the next step, which is a breakdown of all the representatives. So we have some traitors in our midst. Yeah. But they are the only political faction in any real power. So they have become established. Cool. Ooh, we actually did it. We only needed an outpost, not a colony, apparently. So, since we have achieved this legendary deed, other empires can no longer hope to attain it. And we get, as a reward, Ultra Wealth Sanctuary. We need some special resources for it, but once it is built, it is +2 resource generation on luxury resource deposits and +50% star system trade value. That is quite cool. But like I said, we need a different kind of resource for it, which we could buy in the market, but I don't think we have access to that yet. In Shaddai, we have finished the analytical engine. Alright, our income has increased significantly. So actually what I think we want to do here is go to level 2 modernization. It's only going to take 1 turn, but it's going to help with production quite a bit. Alright, so let's end this turn right there. The system Shaddai has now reached level 2, which means it is now equipped with a spaceport. Right, that's true. Now we need another spaceport. I think we cannot send it anywhere else. Oh, actually we can. We could send population over to this area, but basically what it does is you can drag population from here, like more Horatio. If you had aliens on this planet that you did not want there, you could just drag them into the spaceport, send them to a different planet, maybe send them to the frontiers to fight, something like that. Alright, so Shaddai, we want to build something else now. Interplanetary seems pretty good per population on planet. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. It's cheap and it can lead to a lot of extra production over time, so I think that's a fairly safe choice. Alright, meanwhile our other fleet has arrived. Our planet is besieged by the pirates, I guess, yeah. Which is not great. Oh, they were still on their way. They were slow. A battle is about to start, and luckily we are very much in favor of winning here. So let's have a look at advanced tabs. Because we haven't actually looked at the combat yet, I think. This will be our first battle that we didn't run away from. So I'm not going to go through this. I'm going to show it to you myself. Right, so after a certain amount of ships and command points, you can unlock the flanking options, but for now our fleets are inexperienced and small. So they will have to be stuck in the middle here. Let's see, they are good. Let's see at the bottom, they are good at long, medium and short, but they are the best at medium, so closing the distance is most definitely something we want to do. And basically what they do is shown here. They will close the gap quite fast. We could also take power to shields, and this actually changes their plans a little bit. This makes sure they stay at long range. Revive and rebuild also at long range. So of the 3 combat plans that we have, which also have additional effects, this one seems to be the best. And that is practically all you can really do here, which is not a whole lot. But over time you can unlock more stratagems and things like that, so things could become a little bit more interesting. But for now, let's have a look at the space combat. Alright, so there are our ships. Looking quite nice, actually. These are the pirates. I know the designs quite well because in the previous playthroughs that I did on my own, I got my ass handed to me quite often. But this time around, we are making a very good chance, and we have really good weaponry too, which is nice. Actually, the graphics for the space battle are pretty damn cool. You also get, let's see, you get free camera, which means you can control the angles and what you're looking at. You can hold down space and find some more detailed information. You can get an overview that shows you the battle plan. So one of their ships already got destroyed, another one is still moving. We still have 4 ships available. Look at that. But the auto camera is always the nicest because you get some really cool angles. And there goes the last pirate. We have no ships lost on our end. So that broke the siege. Awesome, only one got half killed. That's it. What else do we have here? Sneaky pirates, intruder. We could attack them as well. Because I think they're a neutral faction, we're not entirely sure, but we're not going to watch that. We're just going to go ahead and fight this battle. Decisive victory. This ship almost got destroyed, but not quite. Which is sweet. Now this area is free of hostile presences. And we can actually use a guard action, which stops enemy ships for 1 turn when entering orbit. It also blockades opponents' systems, lowering their influence, dust and science production, and negating production of luxury and strategic resources. But for now, we will lock this down. Let's have a look. New luxury resource discovered. Eden incense. Alright. I guess it is over in Vorta. Huge gas, burning planet. Great for production. Colonized planet, so this is okay as well, yeah. Lots of curiosities, and this is a decent planet. Wow. This one is good for science. And this one is good for science as well. Really good for science, actually. Alright, we have some curiosities, so let's go ahead and research them. Well, we're here. Strange fossils anomaly. +2 production, +1 dust, and 5 experience on our ships. Solo quest started. The ripple effect. A preliminary exploration of this ocean planet reveals only one thing: a screaming band of Hishio fighters who fire off an opening salvo of rockets before even attempting communication. Your repeated warning broadcasts do nothing to slow their advance. Your ships are entering defensive formation even as you give the command. Fight for your life. Ooh. As a reward we could get 50 titanium. That is really good. But there's no way that we're going to win. So we have to retreat from this battle. All of your ships have less than 60% health and will be destroyed if they retreat. Ooh. No, in that case, we're not going to retreat. What are you good at? Medium. I guess you have to close the distance. What battle plan does that the best? Yeah, turtle. You will have to fight and do as much damage as you can, which is... yeah. That was okay, I suppose. hopefully these guys are going to help me out with my pirate problem. So meanwhile, in Lesaf, we should continue praising these guys. Praise plus 10 turns, yeah, sweet. Alright, Shaddai is finished. Intergalactic supermarkets. Plus 25 dust per system level, so this would be quite good. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. And then, antimatter. Speculators dumping antimatter. Oh, we needed that for an upgrade. So actually, let's have a look. We have a missing technology, so we cannot actually buy anything right now. But for now, the military stuff is more important, so we're going to keep focusing on that. But meantime, we've already been playing for quite a lot. So this is going to be the end of this episode. Please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I'll see you guys for whatever video I do next.